Hey everyone, welcome to NYC. We have a very special guest over here. We have Tushar and we have Akarsh. ये पूरा podcast is for you to learn a lot related to AI and things happening around AI. So the questions which we have curated in this podcast, there are a lot about the questions which you wanted to ask. We'll be introducing about what Tushar does and what his company does. And there's a lot to learn in this podcast. I'm very sure you will like it. So before any further ado, I believe we should start. So here's the banger music and then we're going to start. Let's go. Hey Tushar, like people want to know what you guys are doing and what this is all about.
So guys, we're building Iron Labs AI. It's supposed to be the foundation for AI infra. That's why Iron. ये Gen AI uses के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा dramatically cost reduce करता है. Gen AI LLMs हर जगह use हो रहे हैं. Agentic workflows में, legal help में, medical help में, customer support, sales. It's being used everywhere in all the automations. And using those LLMs is really expensive. Like last year, 28 billion expense था. So we are able to reduce each company's cost by 50 to 95%. And this is our first product and first B2B offering. Slowly we'll be offering more and we want to be the OpenAI of India or the DeepSeek of India.
Okay, so Tushar, like a lot of our audience, they are generally in 11th, 12th, first year and second year of the college. And they want to know at the age of what they are right now, when you were at that age, what exactly you were doing at that time. Were you learning something about AI or, and if not, what exactly you were learning around tech?
Got it. I think दो parts हैं. I was usually inclined towards tech because I was a little introvert. तो मैं कुछ ना कुछ सीखता रहता था tech में. I was always curious about it. I think a lot of boys in India, I would say, are pretty inclined towards tech. But what actually happened was I was a fan of magic. हैरी पॉटर हो गया या आपका बहुत सारे और मैजिशियन शो आता था. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ मैजिक शोज, राइट? आई यूज्ड टू फॉलो देम. एंड मैं इंजीनियरिंग कर रहा था. आई वेंट टू इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज. आई वाज फॉलोइंग थ्रू. एवरीथिंग फेल्ट नॉर्मल टू मी. बट उस वक्त पे इट वाज यूज्ड टू कॉल machine vision, machine learning, computer vision, and I experienced some things जैसे कि I think उस वक्त ज्ञान आया था नया, like it is the original image generation उस वक्त का. So out of nothing, you can just say something and you can actually get an image out जो कुछ भी हो सकती है, right? That was like mind blowing for me कि we are able to generate something. उस वक्त reinforcement learning चल रही थी तो I was a football fan, FIFA वगैरह खेलता था तो we were trying to automate FIFA just by like मैंने देखा कि लोगों ने FIFA को ट्रेन कर दिया खेलने के लिए बहुत अच्छे से. It felt like magic कि बस बोलो ये करना है वो हो पा रहा है and it's like magic कि चीज़ें जनरेट हो पा रही हैं और thin layer चीज़ें बन के आ रही हैं, which is like हैरी पॉटर का वॉन्ड मिल गया टाइप्स. That was my moment, my curiosity jumping into learning in machine learning, natural language processing हो गया या RL हो गया, and it slowly became more and more. So find something which sparks joy in you. कुछ भी हो सकता है.
And at that point, generative AI was not that famous, I think, in 2014 and 15. So you basically focused on machine learning, deep learning stuff.
Yeah. So Ian Goodfellow is the guy who made GANs. उनका literally he was in a bar with his friends and he was talking about कि एक चोर पुलिस टाइप होना चाहिए कि भाई जो यूजुअली छोटा सा टेक्निकल जानो कि यूजुअली क्या होता है कि आप कुछ ट्रेन कर रहे हो तो एक लॉस फंक्शन होता है जिसको करेक्ट कर रहा होता है. जैसे कुछ भी आप रिव्यू करते हो कहीं भी करते हो तो उसने बोला कि बहुत ही मैनुअल काम है, इसको ऑटोमेट करना चाहिए अपने को. ठीक है, तो ये बनाएगा, ये पकड़ेगा कि गलत क्या बनाया है और ठीक करता रहेगा बार बार. तो उन्होंने दारू पीते दे मेड अ आइडिया एंड that same night he was drunk and he went back and he coded it up and he had a very basic and very raw version of it working by the morning. So
and honestly guys, दारू पीते ideas बहुत अच्छे आते, but we won't recommend it to you because there's a very similar story for JavaScript as well. Like again, it's coming from somewhere which again like it doesn't follow the AI tech topic which we are discussing right now, but still I think Brendan Eek was with his friend when again daru pite when they decided that we should be naming this language JavaScript. So I believe these great ideas usually दारू पीते पीते ही आते हैं. So but still,
we're not sponsoring दारू, यहाँ पे दोस्तों के साथ बैठ के आ रहे हैं. दोस्त ज़्यादा important है दारू से.
yeah, actually, yes. Perfect. So, Tushar, let's discuss this. Anybody who is starting AI, as you started AI some time, right? Back in 2015?
15,
15. So, let's say there's this guy, let's say Aman is watching us right now, and this Aman wants to, learn AI. He knows a little bit about things like programming, C programming, something XYZ. But he's more interested in AI, towards AI and machine learning and all of that stuff. How somebody would start this in this 2026 somewhere? What kind of resources and where to start with?
I think it's an amazing time to be learning this kind of stuff. I think I'll go back to very simple basics. Ki what actually are your problems? What are your curiosities? Go from there. And if you need inspiration, there are lots of examples of this. Like people have been vibe coding lots of stuff nowadays. You can go to Start a Story here, and then there's other resources just to see. Everyday news में आता है कि उसको ये बनाया, उसने वो बना दिया. Something which pains you probably also pains other people. So people say कि make a painkiller instead of a vitamin supplement to make as a product. Go and make a painkiller. जो तुम्हें परेशान करता है, किसी को परेशान करता है, ढूंढो वो. एंड उसके लिए गो हेड फर्स्ट. डोंट वरी अबाउट तुम्हें कोडिंग नहीं आती है. डोंट वरी कि कैसे होगा ये, क्या होगा. गो हेड फर्स्ट. यूज एनी ऑफ द अवेलेबल प्लेटफॉर्म्स. तुम्हारा गिटहब कोपायलट हो गया या तुम्हारा V0 हो गया. बहुत सारे वाइब कोडिंग के टूल्स आ गए हैं. लवेबल हो गया, कुछ भी हो गया. स्टार्ट करो. उस क्यूरियोसिटी को फॉलो करो कि मेक श्योर यू वांट टू हैव समथिंग वर्किंग वेरी क्विकली. उसके अंदर तुम्हारे बग्स आएंगे, उसको सॉल्व करो. एंड एज यू गो डीपर, सो आई एम अ बिलीवर ऑफ यू लर्न मच मोर बाय डूइंग rather than just पढ़ के करो या कुछ करो. तो प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड हो गया या फाइंड अ स्मॉल हॉबी प्रोजेक्ट, इसको फॉलो करते रहो एंड तुम बहुत सीखोगे इससे.
A lot of these students have this question, like, is it good time to start AI, machine learning, data science, and computer vision? Like, you start in 2015, this is 2025, and 2026 is coming. So, is it good time? Like 10 years back it was, but is it good time now?
I think it's a great and brilliant time क्योंकि you have इतने सारे resources right now, इतनी सारी opportunities हैं अब with like पूरा का पूरा power of AI democratize हो चुका है. People had to figure out so many things. जैसे कि पहले लोगों को वेबसाइट होस्ट करने के लिए जब AWS बना था, they had to figure out server डालना, ये करना है, वो करना है. अब सब कुछ automate हो, मतलब accessible है via API, via something or the other. More importantly, this is a great time to follow your curiosity, follow your painkillers, follow whatever pain you're feeling in life. उसको ढूंढो and उसको solve करने की कोशिश करो with the help of jumping into any kind of coding solution. It could be a Lovable के थ्रू आप बना रहे हो या Cursor के थ्रू बना रहे हो या आप अपने स्क्रैच से बना रहे हो. Just get started on it. The moment you get started on it, तुम्हें bugs आएंगे, चीजें आएंगी. Don't give up. Be resilient कि देखो क्या दिक्कत है, इसको कैसे सॉल्व करना है, पढ़ना सीखो कि क्या हो रहा है. Use first principles. धीरे धीरे अपने आप सब सीख जाओगे. And the amount of resources you have nowadays, like we used to scour through Stack Overflow, which is like a dead area now. अब you can just ask ChatGPT, you can ask Claude. वो आधी चीजें वैसे समझा देगा. They're amazing information learning tools. कुछ भी नया सीखने के लिए बहुत quick tools हैं. तो उसको सीखो, नया चीजें try करो and show it to people around. Get it to a working condition ASAP and उससे तुम्हें और तुम्हारा reward cycle शुरू हो जाएगा.
And one more quick question on this, like many students are afraid about AI, that AI will take their job. And आज की तारीख में जितने भी companies हैं, if the development is going on there, so most of the companies are using LLM APIs, right? And if I talk about machine learning, it was invented in 1950s or somewhere. So are we actually using machine learning algorithms right now in companies?
Absolutely. I think AI थोड़ा overload हो गया with LLMs in the last couple of 3 years कि हर चीज़ LLM की ChatGPT या Claude या ये हो गया है. Tech last 2010 से 2020 became very easy. So there's a lot of overhiring also in some ways. But more importantly than that is I think people upskilled quickly. The people who are using AI, they became the new not 10x engineers but 3x engineers, 4x engineers. And they started showing that okay, instead of 1 PR a day or 2 PR a day, which was considered like a good thing, like a pull request होता है कि आपने एक नया फीचर या एक बग को फिक्स किया, दिन का एक होता था, अब वो दिन के 5 से 10 हो चुके हैं. So just showing कि the velocity has increased. and people who are not keeping up with it, they are at risk. So it's not AI who's replacing people, it's people who use AI are replacing people. So you will now see small teams are able to do much more than जो पहले 100 लोग कर पाते थे वो 10 लोग कर पाते हैं अभी. I think there's a ongoing bet with OpenAI, Anthropic and all those founders कि which year will we have a solopreneur who's a billionaire. तो ये चल रहा है. तो I think the power of AI is just giving you access to lots of more resources. So as a student, it empowers you more. इसमें डरने की बात नहीं है, इसको इस्तेमाल करने की बात है. They are tools.
Again, like मेरा क्वेश्चन इसी से थोड़ा सा निकलते हुआ आएगा कि when you see, you know, people getting fired, let's say you need 100 people to make X software in past, right? Now you need 10 people. So that's basically 90 jobs which are not needed now. Right? I have seen a lot of people saying this. Hey, AI is gonna definitely take those jobs which are repetitive in nature. So those are going to be automated. So these people who are doing repetitive jobs will be replaced. And we're not doing it because we're bad people or like something like that. We're doing this because we believe humans are really creative. The excellence humans have, that is like on a whole different level, and we can do amazing things with humans, and it's not needed that humans should do something which is repetitive. We should use their excellence to do something bigger. I've seen this chat everywhere, honestly. So when you hear that, my question is, I've seen a lot of humans, honestly, in this city and in many other cities who are not so excellent, who are not so creative, who don't have a lot of intellect in them, and they live in their, you know, lives, all of that is happening because they're doing something which is repetitive. If you remove or automate everything which is repetitive, so they'll be losing their jobs. And they don't have intellect enough to, you know, do the creative jobs because culture doesn't support it, honestly. Here in Bhopal, in many cities like Bhopal, the culture doesn't support you to be creative. From schools till colleges, they have trained us to follow XYZ rules, right? So do you think that's going to create a lot of financial distress in future? One. Second, it's going to create a lot of mess and chaos in future because there will be a lot of crowd who don't have any opportunity because all of that repetitive jobs, you know, all of a sudden they are automated. And what's your view on that? I know that's a big, giant, like big info, and I need your review on that or a POV on that, but still you got the gist of it, right?
Absolutely. So I think बहुत सारे parts आ रहे हैं इसके. It's not the first time I'll go कि humans are highly adaptable. They are extremely adaptable. इसके examples बहुत सारे हैं. It's not the first time कोई revolution आई है. जब sewing machine आई थी, I think there's an East European country who was the leader. I'm forgetting the name, which was a leader in making cloths and garments, and they banned sewing machines. And कि उनका jobs चले जाएंगे out of the fear of this. ठीक है. Other people, so Britain was one of the leaders. It started making garments in an automated, not an automated, but like sewing machine की help से, faster way, right? And they became the giants in creating that, dominating that market. And it has happened again and again. लोगों को डर था कि गाड़ियाँ आई हैं तो horse riders कहाँ चले जाएंगे, या washing machine आई है तो फिर वो कहाँ चले जाएंगे, washing the clothes and so forth. So I think all automations of repetitive job will not happen overnight. It will be slow. जैसे कि हुआ sewing machine के साथ हुआ या कोई automation होती गई, तो धीरे धीरे होएगा. स्टेप्स हैं धीरे धीरे. और ह्यूमंस बहुत अडेप्टेबल हैं. बिजली आए हुए 100 साल हुआ है धरती पे, 125 साल हुआ है, और like this is 3 or 4 generations, right? And humans have adapted so quickly. Like, can you imagine your life not even without internet, without electricity? Like, it's completely different life you're talking about, right? And हमने बाबा दिखाया अडाप्ट कर पाते हैं. तो people will find new things, and new things के बारे में बात करें तो opportunities grow कर रही हैं. Like, छोटी टीम जहाँ कर पा रही हैं तो नई नई opportunities आएंगी कि you have more economic growth. कि आप लोगों को हेल्प कर पा रहे हो अलग तरीके से और एक्चुअल ग्रोथ हो रही है जो असिस्टेड बाय एआई ऑब्वियसली इन दिस केस बट पीपल आर एबल टू आई थिंक वन एग्जांपल वाज आई सॉ अ कंपनी व्हिच वाज डूइंग मेडिकल में असिस्टेड चेकअप्स ऑन एल्डरली कि आप डेली कॉल करके पूछ रहे हैं आपने दवाई ली नहीं ली आपका क्या बीपी चल रहा है आपका क्या कुछ चल रहा है एंड दैट्स ऑल ऑटोमेटेड बट इन अ वेरी empathetic way and it's giving feedback to doctors in a weekly report type style mein. So they're also able to keep an eye on their patients, right? So it's actually adding so much value, adding quality of life improve कर रहे हैं. So वो there is a chance कि jobs will change, transition. They will not go away. People will do more.
Honestly, I would say I've heard this answer, like this same answer. I've heard it so many times.
Like people say कि new jobs will also get created.
Yeah, and when I see this, when we say AI is gonna take some jobs, but it's gonna give you more, like different kind of, I would say opportunities, the jobs which you never imagined probably. Like 15, 20 years back, YouTuber was not a career, right? But if you see it today, it is. So what kind of jobs you see coming after this AI thing, which didn't existed back then, but now they will in future or maybe today?
I can probably answer for short-term future. Ki like everybody's becoming a manager of agents, manager of tools, manager of getting things done instead of just being an individual doing one thing repetitively. But हाँ, I don't have a really good answer कि future में और क्या होगा. I mean अगर वो वाला है सीन क्या कहते हैं कि everything will be done by AGI and everything will be done by AI, तो probably Matrix हो जाएगा.
Correct. That's the thing.
But I mean, I'm a hopeful person. I will not be कि ऐसा ही होगा. I don't think I have hope in humanity and people की adaptability and learning and सीखने पे. So I feel like people are smarter than AGI for like जो AGI आया ही नहीं है basically और AGI इतनी जल्दी आ भी नहीं रहा.
And
Yeah, so
I have one more question about this. Like, if you see early GPTs, you have GPT-2, then you have GPT 2.5, GPT-3. So we saw an exponential growth there. Like every model has more and more parameters, and it is improving like crazy. But if I talk about right now the current standards like GPT-4, 4.5, 5, उस level की growth नहीं दिख पाई है. So what do you think about AI bubble? Like people are saying now finally this AI bubble is about to burst because हम models इतने ज़्यादा improve नहीं हो पा रहे हैं जैसे पहले हो पाते थे. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think there was a low hanging fruit जो law of killing से आया था कि तुम scale बढ़ाते जाओ free का growth मिलता free का improvements मिलता जाएगा. Free का तो नहीं मतलब obviously पैसा खर्च करो compute and data, but very obvious gains. Now you're hitting the scales again of law of scaling hit कर रहे हो. So it's coming back to research जो 5 साल पहले था. 5 साल पहले भी AI boom में था, but इतना massive boom में नहीं था. तो actually people doing smart ways of figuring out, going into deep into theory or deep into machine learning कि क्या हो रहा है, क्यों कैसे हो रहा है, understanding feedback, understand जो भी है. The whole human approach is now there to figure out how we can improve it further.
Creating more and more orchestration and other things.
हाँ.
Yes.
So it's not as straightforward कि कैसे improvements आएंगी. But it doesn't mean कि improvements नहीं आएंगी. Improvements आ रही हैं. I think last week, I think even DeepSeek is a good example. People are able to get similar achievements जो
Less cost.
हाँ, in very very less cost. Like 10 million में 250 million का काम कर पा रहे हैं. DeepSeek example है. And अभी नए models भी आ रहे हैं. Kimi K2 thinking जो है, which is again I think 200 parameter, billion parameter compared to trillion parameter जो चल रहे हैं in all the proprietary foundational AI labs.
And do you think like this is related to the business and the founders thing? Do you think like nowadays it has become extremely easy to start an AI start because it requires very less people and very less workforce to start a company or maybe a product?
Yeah, I think starting a company has become easier, but always the truth for any company would be revenue. Profits and revenues, but profits are a little later stage. But if you're able to make money, if you're able to get customers to buy your stuff, if you have a solution, दिक्कत क्या है कि 5 लोग हैं या 100 लोग हैं या 1 लोग है. I think it scales easily, right?
Yeah. So my question was around that because I've seen a lot of AI tools coming almost every day. There's some sort of AI tool for something.
Most of them are rappers.
Most of them are rappers. That's not a problem, honestly. But some sort of AI tool for something, and there is a team. The team is one person. So when you see that kind of thing happening, I myself call it that Behti Ganga mein everybody is like
Haath dho rahe.
haath dho rahe, like why a lot of this AI is like it's in boom right now. So if you're doing something there, you're also getting some part of the cake. Do you think it is happening? Like a lot of people are like, okay, एक AI startup करते हैं because chances of winning it is more.
I think that's very true. I think it's absolutely true. लोग ये कर रहे हैं. जैसे I think इंडिया में भी saw a boom of CS पढ़ने का, ऐसा पढ़ने का, क्योंकि हाँ टेक के जॉब अच्छे थे. तो वही that's a good common tendency where there is economic growth, लोग वहाँ जाते हैं बिल्कुल. It's a high tendency. But I think again ऐसे है कि validation है. अगर validate हो पा रहा है आपका product, एक बंदा ही है, if he is able to make OpenAI level का कुछ बना पा रहा है and people are willing to pay him or her, तो how does it matter if वो एक बंदा 100x का बराबर कर पा रहा है. It's very very rare. It's very very unusual कि एक बंदा इतना कर पा रहा होता है. People they do POCs with one person but they have to scale, क्योंकि एक टीम की पावर है या फिर जो एक कलेक्टिव की पावर होती है. आई एम श्योर दोस्तों के साथ हम बात कर रहे थे, दोस्तों के एग्जांपल अच्छे आते हैं, दारू पे बात कर रहे थे. See, that's just basic brainstorming. Even brainstorming works much better when you have people around you. So people do add so much value जो tangible नहीं इतना obviously. So I would recommend to work with friends and but small teams are more powerful, definitely.
Just show the projects. Like consider some student has done all of these projects, right?
Like these are the 50 plus project that we are doing in class, and other than that there are at least
I
like
didn't
100.
wanted to tell it, but okay, guys. So what we are showing here is our syllabus, and these are our projects. Actually, what we teach to our students. Yeah. Just go through all of those from beginning to beginner. These are the beginner projects probably, and
You
from
can
there
go a
onwards-
little bit down so that you can see the machine learning projects that we are doing.
Yeah, I mean मैं projects देख रहा हूँ and these are very very good projects. Like 50 projects हैं, सारे कोई भी हल्का project नहीं है, सारे भारी projects हैं. तो I think तुम 25 भी कर लोगे तुम बहुत सीख जाओगे. 50 में तुम अच्छे proper engineer बन जाओगे. ये दिख रहा है मुझे तो.
And at last we have some generative AI projects, like we are creating some AI
So
agents, and
let's say somebody knows all of this. Are they relevant in 2026?
Oh, they are highly relevant, man. They'll get hired ASAP, I think.
And if you guys are looking for somebody, so can we refer it to you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. So let's move to this next section where I just like it's a simple question around what that vision question, that what you see happening in next 5 years, what life will look like, and how much AI will be involved in all of our lives, and overall कैसी दिखेगी जिंदगी? What do you think about it?
So I will say take this with a mountain of salt. बहुत सारे सर्विस होते हैं, they ask AI experts कि क्या होगा and they're completely off. 90% times they're off. ठीक है, तो जो मैं बोलूँगा 90% off होगा. ठीक है. I think there's a lot of investment in the software side, which is already starting to show fruits. कि vibe coding आ रहा है या vibe marketing आ रहा है या social media में management और automation हो पा रहा है, and automation will keep churning up to be better. So I think वही workforce के बात करें तो फिर हाँ less people will be able to do more, but mental health की बात करें तो each person will have much more load, and it's a lot of context switching, a lot of keeping track of a lot of stuff. So it's gonna be heavier load कि हाँ अगर पहले था अगर repetitive था तो easier था. It's gonna be financial strength नहीं पता but mental strain आएगा. And one more thing I want to say, software side तो ये है, but hardware side में boom आएगा next 5 years में जो predict कर रहे हैं. Like robots are becoming much cheaper and robots are able to do much more things. I think recently I saw there was you can buy a $5,000 robot जो आपके साथ काम कर देगा, and which is I think what 4 lakh rupees now, और सस्ता हो जाएगा धीरे धीरे. There was a concert in China, I think. उसके अंदर robots were doing the dance moves with the humans and doing backflips and all. So धीरे धीरे और घुसेगा, and like you might have specialized robots, जैसे washing machine is a specialized robot which just washes your clothes, but you might also have general purpose जो 10 काम कर पाएगा. So this would be आई थिंक सेल्फ ड्राइविंग में भी ग्रोथ आ रहा था, बहुत रैपिडली ग्रोथ आ रहा था, एंड आई थिंक द पॉलिसी मेकर्स हैव टू सपोर्ट दिस. वो फियर ऑफ जॉब्स जाने से अगर ब्लॉक करेंगे तो फिर मेरे को लगता है एटलीस्ट कि ग्रोथ रुक जाएगा इंडिया में, इंडिया पीछे रह जाएगा.
करेक्ट.
तो हाँ.
Yeah, and उसके टॉप पे I think a fly pack jet pack kind of thing. Yeah, so GTA San Andreas.
Yes, Rocket Man. Rocket Man.
लेट्स सी कि GTA 6 पहले आएगी या फिर जेट पैक पहले आएगा.
Actually, yes. And other than that, I believe a lot of this, like this is like theory. You know, guys, let's do some theories. Okay. So this is like, I believe ऐसा हो सकता है. Can't say 5 years, but probably 10 years down the line, maybe. A lot of companies, they will, you know, promote AI automation as compared to humans, because that will save a lot of money for them, cost cutting everything. That will create a lot of, I would say, job distress, and people will ask governments to do something about it. And governments will probably make a rule like this much reservation is there for humans, and that much is there for automation. I believe that's gonna happen. It's like, again, my thought process. Maybe I could be, because this is theory, guys, so it can be completely wrong. But yeah, I believe that's gonna happen. So that is like second POV. For the tech part, I believe a lot of AI involvement in everybody's life, and almost everything. Robots gonna be there to help you with your basic stuff in at home and at work as well. And there's a lot of, I would say, predictive nature of computers gonna increase probably. Like they can predict this is gonna happen, this is not, and you can actually trust on it because now it's more based on data. So yeah, I believe AI is gonna be heavily involved in life in next 5 to 10 years from now. And
एक क्वेश्चन, आपको लगता है कि डे टू डे में कुछ फर्क आएगा, लाइक नॉट द ऑफिस साइड, डे टू डे ह्यूमंस में?
honestly, I do believe, क्योंकि मैं आपको एक बात बताता हूँ. When you work, let's say you're doing some work, right? Back then, like 5-6 years back, if you needed some question to ask, you'd go to Google, you'll go through a lot of websites. Then also you won't have a clear clarity that this is it. You'll have some like this can be it, maybe this, maybe that. I'm not very sure which one. Then you try all of those, and then you'll get the single answer like this is working, and that's
It's almost like a Google moment. Before Google,
Correct.
people didn't know that to go to libraries,
correct.
and now it's like ChatGPT या Google
Now
का
it's
response आ गया, summarize आ
Correct.
गया.
And if you ask it, so it will be like, hey, this is the answer.
Yeah.
So yes,
But
daily
इससे,
life में
like
benefit है.
वो work से लाइफ में benefit है,
Yeah.
but day to day में क्या फर्क आ रहा है?
Day to day,
मतलब like
you'll be saving a lot of time probably.
हाँ, so you become more productive again.
Correct. Yes. And people who were responsible to do some jobs which you alone can do now will lose their jobs. Again, guys, that's theory, but ठीक है. So it's all fine. Now let's finish the chat.
I wanted to ask one more question. Like Harsh Bhaiya was talking about the future. So if I talk about that exponential growth time when GPT was growing at a massive level, so people were saying AGI is about to be here in 2027 or 2030, and suddenly that AI bubble is bursting, and people are saying now AGI will be achieved in 2040 or above. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, will AGI arrive, or
It depends on how you define AGI. I think even Microsoft is now changing the definition. It's like human intelligent. It's HSI, human level intelligence. Now it's being defined.
HLI.
हाँ, HLI है. इसको rebrand किया है. सब लोग rebrand कर रहे हैं. AGI थोड़ा overuse हो गया है. So I think human level intelligence बहुत सारी आ भी गई है in some domains. If you see, if I talk about 10x developers जो होते थे या very good developers जो होते थे, they used to be very good at executing things. कि हाँ ये problem है, plan करना है, खुद solve करना है. वो I think democratized हो चुका है. Like you can just ask Claude Opus or whatever with research mode or something. It will make a very good plan. In fact, you can make 10 plans parallelly जो इंसान नहीं कर सकता अब. ठीक है. तो वो वाला level आ चुका है उसके अंदर. But क्या walking और vision में आ गया? क्या उसको पता है कि ये fries है, इसको प्यार से उठाना है, then और या फिर ग्लास है, उसको तोड़ना नहीं है, ज़्यादा strongly नहीं पकड़ना. Some form of AGI will be there sooner than later. Like 2030, 32 तक we'll have a some
like in some specific domains there will be AGI.
हाँ, और मुझे लगता है कि the dream of Siri will become true.
And I believe like it's see, if it can learn creative, like see, I remember a chat with my friend. So it's like 2019, I believe, 2019, yes. So we had a chat around AI and things. So he was like, hey, creativity and design and images and art will be the last thing which AI will capture, because that's very difficult, and that's actually creativity. So you can't, AI can only do what has been done before.
Yeah.
And the first thing AI captured was creativity. So when I see that, like, you can type, hey, a cat with a white color cap and having a Pokemon ball sticker on it, it will create it. Like, guys, it can create it. So that's creativity right there, for me at least. Again, I know it can only create what it knows about. If you ask AI to create something which was never there, so it can't do it. Like, at least this is what people say.
Yeah, it's a question of data.
Yeah.
Exist करता है तो वो सीखेगा, वरना नहीं
Correct.
सीखेगा.
Do you think if I know how to pick this fries, if I know and it exists, like the fries exist, the way of picking it exists, so I believe at some point of time, AI is gonna do it.
हाँ, तो उसी के लिए वही अब डेटा पाइपलाइंस बन रहे हैं, लाइक सिमुलेशंस बन पा रहे हैं which are able to capture this. Is called home environment. Meta is very famous one. अब रोबोट्स के फिजिक्स सस्ते होते जा रहे हैं तो they will to get more data. It's a question of data. Data is a new oil वाली बात हो गई वो तो.
Correct. And somebody like everything which is already figured out can be automated. This is what we are saying. And only person is above AI is the guy or a girl who can invent something which was never there, because that is when AI will say, hey, I don't know this, I don't know how to do this, I don't know anything about it because it was never there.
So I question that also to some extent. There's a thing called white rabbit moment होता है मैथमेटिक्स के अंदर. जब आप कभी कोई प्रूफ सॉल्व कर रहे होते हो, बीच में एक ऐसा मोमेंट आता है कि हाँ अब ये कर दोगे, ये assumption ले लो, ठीक हो जाएगा, ऐसे निकल जाएगा रास्ता. तो AI आई थिंक नाम भूल रहा हूँ, डीप माइंड का जो है मैथ वाला इनका लेटेस्ट वन, probably अल्फा ओलंपियाड और समथिंग, और अल्फा ज्योमेट्री ने भी काम किया था. So it was doing this. It's finding proofs जो कभी मैथमेटिशियन ने नहीं ढूंढने हैं, by showing lots of white rabbit moments, बहुत सारे डेटा भर के, फिर वो नए निकाल पा रहा है कि हाँ अगर ये था तो क्या पता ऐसा हो पाएगा. It doesn't happen in the first try. It has to do like 100 of tries. So it's able to do that also, which is very creative in many ways.
That's what
right?
I'm saying. Yeah.
And actually, that's what general intelligence is. You are able to create something using multiple stuff.
Correct. It can do something which was never there. It can predict something which was never predicted, which was like nowhere. So I believe any human who can think, any human who can invent something new which was never there, probably that is the level where we can say we are above AI or anything. If it exists, the data is there, that could be automated. This is my take on it.
आपको लगता है कि हमेशा ये जैसे 100 अटेम्प्ट्स कर रहा है वो हमेशा सही करेगा? कोई इंसान नहीं चाहिए उसको हमेशा फीडबैक देने के लिए.
Eventually वो ठीक करने लगेगा. Like it's getting better, right? At some point of time it will be really good.
बट जैसे आप जो हर पर्सन की इमेजिनेशन अलग है.
Correct.
लेट्स टॉक अबाउट इमेज का जनरेशन के, ठीक है? आपको जो चाहिए कि वो एक बार में हमेशा मिलेगा या 2 बार 3 बार में मिलेगा?
Do you again, this is not my field, guys, but still मैंने कुछ ऐसे tools देखे हैं where they put something on this head and it catches some networks like हाथ move करना and all of that.
मोशन कैप्चर, मोकैप,
something right, something around that. तो अगर वो ये आज 2025 में अगर वो ये कर पा रहे हैं कि मैं अगर ऐसे सोचूं और वो चश्मा हिल जाएगा, अगर वो अभी ये कर पा रहे हैं, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है डीप डाउन लाइक 10-20 years from now, I believe वो ऐसा कर पाएंगे कि like you have this picture in your mind
and it is getting created. Yes.
I like, again, this is my take
अच्छा
on
न्यूरल
it.
लिंक टाइप्स हो गए कि आप विजुअलाइज कर रहे हो. फिर वो तो सब गैप आ गया ना, लाइक इनपुट इंटरफेस चेंज हो गया. It's not just text, it's just brain waves.
Correct. And that's limitless now, क्योंकि अगर आप वो कर पा रहे हो,
हाँ. But फिर चलो that's open a can of worms. प्राइवेसी ऑफ ब्रेन थॉट्स कहाँ रहेगी?
Yeah, actually, but still, like it's there. If it's there at some point of time, I think we're all doomed.
We're very close to Matrix. You know? We're already putting stuff in our brains.
And what are your thoughts about the neural link that Elon Musk is like working on right now?
Do you know about it?
Of course, yeah. I mean, Elon Musk की चीजें पता ही होती है सबको. I think it's again a good speed up. कि सोचेंगे और अपने आप हो जाएगा कि लिखना ना पड़े, इंटरैक्ट ना करना पड़े. So I consider it as a very good, very powerful input interface. कि आपको कुछ भी inputs खुद से हाथ से physically touch नहीं करना पड़ रहा है, आप integrate हो रहे हो उससे. I think again speed ups आएंगे, maybe 20%, 300% speed ups आएंगे, but it would also have cons. People will become fatigued much faster.
Exactly.
Will become maybe 5 working days की जगह 4 पे आ जाएगा. I don't know क्या होगा, but people will have some effects of it. क्योंकि human biology hacking is very slow compared to software and hardware hacking. तो वो बहुत time लगेगा उसको catch up करने में.
So now, guys, let's finish this because I believe it can go like ages, honestly. So let's keep it till here, guys. We would love to know your reviews, your comments, your POV on the talk we did. So if there are some questions जो मुझे पूछना चाहिए थे, but I didn't ask, so just drop them in the comments next time when we meet in Google Meet or somewhere else. I don't know, like I can come to New York maybe. So we can definitely, bring round number 2, which is another podcast with Tushar. So yeah, we can bring that. If not Tushar, we can ask those questions to somebody else. That will eventually, help you to get answers of those questions. Perfect. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching this video. There's a lot coming on this channel. This is not your college. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you. And milte hain agle videos mein. Bye bye. Till then, keep watching NYC.